I want you to take a second to read the words on the screen behind me. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Seems simple, right? Actually, these words are a lot more complicated than what they seem to be, and that's why I'm here today, to take you deeper into the meaning of these words, because thinking you can and really knowing it inside yourself are two very different things. Hello, students and faculty. My name is Kayla, and I'll be talking to you about your mental outlook, the way you see the world. Before we start discussing mental outlook, I first want to introduce to you the power of your mind. Mind power is based on the fact that everything in its simplest form is energy. The clothes you are wearing, the chairs you are sitting on, the walls around us. These things are vibrating energy in their basic level. Our thoughts have the same energy and are very powerful within themselves. I want you to think of a crackling fire, and the sparks that come from this fire can be compared to our thoughts. These sparks contain the nature and the potential power of the fire in which they came from, but they appear as a flash, and they are gone within seconds. Like these sparks, a single thought may not seem to have a lot of power, but by repeating it over and over again, the thought is concentrated and directed. The more times a thought is repeated, the more power it gains. For example, by saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, over and over, the thought will gain more power, and you will start to really believe that, in fact, you can. This can help motivate you to achieve anything, because once you believe that you can, there's nothing that can stop you. To help use the power of your mind in order to reach your goals, here are 3 simple steps to follow. 1. Know what you want. Find a goal that you want to achieve or a task that you want to accomplish. For example, I want to get an A on my math test. 2. Have a desire for what you want. You have to really want to be able to reach your desired goal. I really want to be able to get an A on my math test. I'm going to study really hard in order to do so. 3. Believe that you can. This is important because negative thoughts and beliefs can often get in the way of what you want. I really do believe that I will get an A on my math test. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can. Using the power of your mind in order to achieve a positive mental outlook will help you to do anything. But why else is a positive mental outlook important? A positive mental outlook will help you to relax in order to cope with the challenges that life brings. It will open your eyes to see all the brighter sides of situations, and you will search for their solutions. A positive mental outlook will also bring you more success as you believe in yourself and your abilities. You'll never give up, because when you believe in yourself, you won't stop until you reach your goal. You'll be inspired to chase after all the possibilities that life has for you, and you'll feel confident that you'll be able to live your dreams. You'll seek new opportunities, and I promise you that a positive mental outlook will leave you happy and filled with joy, because you will see everything in a new light. This new light will not only affect you in the way you look at life, but the people all around you. It will become contagious. You'll have the power to motivate those around you and make them smile. Life will smile back at you. A negative outlook will only provide you with difficulties and failures. A positive outlook will help you to achieve success, as there will be fewer obstacles standing in your way. Take a look at this glass behind me. Is it half empty or half full? Your answer to this age-old question reflects your outlook on life, negative or positive. It also shows whether you're optimistic or pessimistic as well. But did you know that your answer to this question could also affect your health? Yes, a positive mental outlook will not only benefit you emotionally, but physically as well. Being positive prevents negative thoughts and self-doubt, and therefore preventing stress. And stress management results in many health benefits. Researchers continue to explore the many health benefits that a positive mental outlook can provide. Studies show that a positive mental outlook will result in an increased lifespan, as well as lower rates of depression and lower levels of distress due to better coping skills with hardships, plus a greater resistance to the common cold. Those with a positive mental outlook also have a better physical well-being, as they tend to eat healthier foods and exercise often. Lastly, they have a reduced risk of death from heart disease. In order to better understand the importance of a positive mental outlook, let's take a glance into the negativity that we're often surrounded by in our everyday lives. Think for a minute. How often in the day do we witness people who argue about fairness, worry about failure, complain about others, criticize mistakes, mistrust someone's promises, blame others for their errors, and envy people for their achievements? I mean, no wonder we're all exhausted at the end of each day. This is when a positive mental outlook pays off, when you can oversee all these situations and be able to cope with their difficulties. As some of you might know, I'm a big tennis player. This is a sport that requires you not only to be strong physically, but mentally as well. A positive mental outlook is key because it's just you on the court, and it's rare that you ever have an entire team there to cheer you on. It's just you and your opponent. Many even argue that tennis is more mental ability than physical ability, and that a negative mental outlook will result in the loss of every single match you play. Some tennis players have inspiring stories about how they became involved in tennis. I, on the other hand, began to develop an interest in the sport after becoming a pro at it on the Wii. Raise your hand if you've played tennis before, even on the Wii. I begged my mother to sign me up for lessons, and as soon as I hit my first ball, I knew that this was the sport for me. It was the best decision I've ever made, and now, once I get on the court, you'll have to drag me off to get me to stop playing. Throughout the 4 years I've been playing tennis, I've experienced many cases where my opponent's negative mental outlook was the entire reason why they lost the match, even though they had excellent skills. I've also experienced many times where I missed a shot, lost a point, or lost a game because I didn't believe that I could do it. But as soon as I gained confidence and told myself that I could, I did. Tennis has taught me many useful lessons on mental outlook, and it continues to teach me new lessons every day. I'm eager for any chance I had to be on the court, and when I am, everything just disappears. My worries, my thoughts, my stress, and even people on the court next to me become nothing but a mere blur. It's just me, the ball, and the person on the other side of the net. I always look forward to the new lessons that this wonderful sport teaches me. And now, I want to share these lessons with you. These are what I believe to be the most important lessons that this sport has taught me. And these lessons not only help me in my game, but help me to improve my mental outlook and provide me with its benefits in life. See yourself succeeding. If you come upon a challenge that you have to face, one of the best ways to confront it is to create a mental picture of yourself completing the challenge. Continue to see yourself succeeding over and over again in your mind, and before you even step up to face the challenge, you would have already completed it several times in your head. The pattern of success is imprinted in your mind, and when it comes time that you face the challenge, everything will run according to your mental script. Conceive, believe, achieve. Focus in the present. Wherever you are, be all there. This simply means to keep your mind focused on what's happening now, not the past and not the future. These thoughts will only distract you from what's significant, what's happening now. If you dwell on the mistake that you made in the past, you'll start to lose confidence and even become frustrated, even though there's nothing you can do to change what happened. Don't try to focus on the future either. This will distract you as well. Thinking about the potential of failure in the future and even thinking about the potential of success in the future will only affect your performance. Focus on what you can control. Stay calm. Keep calm and carry on. Raise your hand if you've heard this phrase before. Have you ever really stopped to think about what it implies? Sure, staying calm is always a benefit in every situation, but in what ways can it benefit you in terms of your mental outlook? By staying calm, you are focused. You see everything in a new light when you are focused. You see what needs to be done, and you're able to understand and analyze situations. Being calm and focused also helps you to organize your thoughts in a better way. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. I love this quote, as it couldn't be any more true. My tennis coach explained this concept to me using the idea that everyone's mind has two sides. One side is negative, and the other is positive. This is like the angel and the devil that appear on characters' shoulders in cartoons. These sides are in constant battle, and you have to learn how to defeat the negative side. Those with strong mental outlooks know how to do this, how to push the bad thoughts out of their minds and replace them with positive ones. For every negative thought that comes to mind, replace it with a positive one. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Once you believe in yourself, and you know in your heart that you can do it, then you've overcome the biggest obstacle that you'll ever have to face. Once you believe in yourself, you are convinced that you can do it, and you will let nothing stand in your way. You will let no challenge stare you in the face. You will not tolerate defeat. Believing in yourself is the key to a positive mental outlook. Once you do this, there's absolutely nothing that will ever be able to stop you. No obstacle is bigger than self-doubt. I can sit here all day and tell you that you have the potential, the ability to overcome anything, but that would be useless unless you believe in your power. These are the lessons I've taken from tennis, and I've applied them to everything I do. Staying calm before I take a big test, believing that I have the ability to win a tennis tournament, pushing the negative thoughts away by making a list of all the positives of the situation. And I've even visualized myself giving this chapel many times before I actually got up here to deliver it. And these are just some of the ways I apply these lessons to everything I do. And this is one of the main reasons I love tennis, because of the lessons it teaches me, especially those on mental outlook. But now, we return to the quote that inspired this chapel. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, You're right. I hope that you now truly understand the meaning of this quote, and I'll leave you with this. Remember, you have the power to achieve anything. The key is to believe that you can. Thank you, and have a positive day.